Alright, so welcome to the first semi-weekly wingtip. These videos are going to be pretty short. The goal is really just to provide you with a quick tip that you can use to make your flight sim experience a little bit better. Today's tip has to do with how to repeat a previous flight that you've already flown. There are a few ways to do that in the game, so I'm just going to go over each one of the different ways you can do that in this video. As you can see, I'm already in the game and I've created myself a very simple flight plan from Queenstown over to Christchurch with a couple of waypoints in the middle. I can click fly if I just want to jump straight into the game, but if I want to save my flight to fly it again later, or I spent a lot of time on the flight plan, or I'm worried about a crash and losing all that time I spent on the flight plan, the best option is to click the save button. When you click on save, it's actually going to save two different files. The first file will have a .flt extension, the second file will have a .pln extension. The FLT file contains absolutely everything related to your flight, so it'll include your flight plan, the airplane, your weather, and any other conditions that you've set up for the flight. The PLN file contains only the flight plan, which means only the departure and arrival airport and any waypoints that you've added in the middle. So it might make more sense to use the FLT file, but I've actually had some issues with using it, so I usually recommend people use the PLN file instead and just reset all the other settings that they want for their flight. On a couple of occasions, once I've loaded an FLT file, I would get into the simulator and the plane would die either because of oil pressure or other problems, and I could never quite figure out how to get it up and running again. If you use the PLN file, on the other hand, all it's going to do is load the flight plan back up, but at least the plane is going to be operational once you get into the game. You also can't modify an FLT file if that's what you choose to load, so the PLN file does give you that little bit extra flexibility. Another option that's somewhat hidden is to go into your profile and then go into the logbook. All the flights that you've done are logged here, so if you were to go to completed ground-to-ground flights, what you can do is you can click on a flight that interests you, that you know you've done previously, and you can just click fly again right here. What this will do when I click yes is it'll bring me to the world map and it'll load that flight up for me. Now, this is really just going to remember the from and to. It won't remember any waypoints that you've put in the middle. So you'll have to recreate those if you want them and reset any weather and any other conditions you want to set for your flight. And that's really all I wanted to look at for this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.